Hi everyone, good day to you. So like I said, I've done the first video just talking about the changes that are now proposed in the white paper document, the immigration document presented today to 12th of May. But also in addition to that, there are also other I wanted to focus on the impact on international students or potential international students. So I've got some things here just to talk to you about in more detail. So as an international student, what does this mean to you? The first thing is that I already said that in the previous video. The first thing is that they're trying to cut down on international students that come into the UK to study. According to them, they really want students that are genuine and that are of standard to study in the UK system. But generally, in terms of immigration, settlements, and changes that this proposed document would have, is that postgraduate visa, which used to be 2 years, has now been reduced to 18 months, or is proposed to be 18 months for most students. Although, just to say that for those that are coming for their PhD program, this is still left to remain as is. So meaning that if you come in for your PhD, you still have your 3 years as normal. Now, the other thing is that universities are going to be strictly assessed and monitored, and they are going to be rated. So that means they're going to be rated based off of performance and their immigration compliance, through students' immigration document submission and all of that. So they will have the red, the amber, and the green system to rate them. Also, they are also going to increase the minimum threshold of immigration compliance to 95%. So that means, currently we have precast interviews that schools are doing to make sure that you're ready for visa application. All of these are put in place to reduce the number of refusal per university. Now, what this means, 95%, because it used to be 90%, what 95% means is that it's going to be even more stricter for universities to submit students' name or to give student cards for them to apply for visa, because that if there is any refusal or any reason to refuse a student, it will impact on the university rating. So that's also something else. And they are also looking at agents. So student agents or agents that support students in their application and whatnot from their home country are now going to be required to adhere to the agent quality framework. And I think this is something that is going to be very important, where institutions, before they before they sign contracts with any agent, would have to ensure that you have evidence of compliance with the quality framework. That then in terms of dependents, so because there are still courses, I have a video or a few videos I think on MRES programs in the UK. So there are still courses that are allowing dependents to come in, and like I said, PhD definitely still allows. Outside MRES, you still have the PhD that allows you to bring your dependents. Now, what they want to do is that for adult dependents, you are going to be required to demonstrate an A1 English proficiency upon entry. So that means at the port of entry, you would need to submit evidence of English proficiency at A1 level, and then you would show progression to A2 by the time your spouse is renewing their visa. So that means the documentation you come with, you would have to update it if needed to an A2 to make sure that there's evidence that you're improving in your English proficiency. And then when you're ready to apply for your ILR with your spouse or your family, you have to demonstrate a B2 level for applications for settlement. Again, this may present to people in different ways. There's some documentation you already have that covers A1 and B1 or even B2. And so if you have a B2 upon entry, you just carry on with your B2 throughout the applications. But if you don't, currently what that means is that you would need to get a B2 evidence before you can apply for ILR as a spouse of an international student. Also, yeah, I talked about the levy. So they are proposing a 6% charge on universities. And the idea of this is that they want to pose 6% charge per student on universities, and then This 6%, whatever that translates into, will, in terms of the amount in pounds, will be pushed towards the domestic students in supporting their own education and whatnot, and the funding of that space. This is probably going to be finalized according to in autumn, which is not too far away from now, the next few months, in the autumn budget, and then we'll know exactly how this 6% is going to pan out. I honestly can assure you that universities are fuming and definitely furious about all of this. But then again, the immigration, according to the UK Prime Minister, the immigration decisions is for the country, for the government, not the university or other organizations alike. So potentially universities may not be able to do anything to fight against this. But generally, it's just to say that this is a huge, change for international students, for universities as well, and is potentially going to have significant impact in terms of recruitment of international students across board, both in certain contexts, African context, Asian, and all that, because all of these are really streamlining the process and also tightening the opportunities and the interest in coming to the UK. Right, so that's it from me. I hope this helps in just summarizing the key details that are in the document. Like I said, it's an 80-page document explaining, or over 80 pages, I think, explaining the changes, the immigration changes. And I've just tried to extract the ones that concern international students, the key points. And yeah, we'll see how